Hey, I'm back again. I'm continuing my reviews on the Nightmare on Elm Street series with A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. Now, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 came out in, can't remember the year. Look and see. Um, can't find it right now. I'll look it up. So Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. A little different than the original one. Basically the same thing, but different characters. This one centers around a kid that moves into Nancy Thompson, the character from the original. Um, Moves into her old house, and as they uh, as they move in, obviously starts having nightmares about a guy in his dreams. Who we know as Freddy Krueger from the first one. Now, the guy that plays this character's name is Jesse Walsh. He's played by Mark Patton. This has also got Kim Myers in it. She plays the character of Lisa Weber. Robert Russler, who plays Ron Grady. Um, and then this has got Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger once more. Now, Robert Englund did not come back and direct this one. I think he felt like he, said all he needed to say with this movie in the first one. I know he wasn't really up for doing another one, but however, he is credited for writing part of the story on this movie. This movie was directed by a director named Jack Shoulder. I'm not familiar with any other movies that he's done. I probably have seen some, but I don't remember offhand. But basically this movie centers on this Jesse character. They move into Nancy Thompson's house with his mom and dad and sister. Um, this one is kind of known in the circle as being the gay Nightmare on Elm Street. A lot of characters in this movie actually turned out that they were gay. I don't know about anybody else. I know Mark Patton has came out and said that he's a homosexual. There's nothing wrong with that. I have nothing against homosexuals. But just saying. This one is a little different. This one is more like a possession movie. Freddy Krueger actually gets inside this kid Jesse's body and takes it over. And basically has him do the killing for it, and Freddy possesses his body and takes him over and does the killing. I really like this one. It's not my favorite. Probably the original's right up there. I don't know if I really think that's my favorite either. But basically, um, it's like I said, it's pretty much like the first one, only it centers around this kid instead of Nancy, and it's more of a possession movie. Um, there's a lot of good scenes in this movie, a lot of good kills. Not sure who did the special effects in this. Not finding it offhand, but it's a good one. It's got lots of good characters in it. This guy, Jesse's got a friend in here named Grady, who really, when they first meet each other, they're not too fond of each other. They actually they do some fighting, and they get in trouble. They really don't seem to hit it off too well at first, but later on in the movie, they end up becoming friends. There's a lot of good kills in this movie. One in particular that's, I was talking about, there being a lot of gay references, gay characters in this movie. One that scene that comes into mind where the coat, there's, it's high school coach, gym coach or whatever. You know, he finds Jesse at this bar. Jesse's having these bad dreams about Freddy, and so he decides to get up out of his house and get out of bed one night and go to this bar. Come to find out, this bar is a gay bar, and you know, he orders a beer at the bar. Bartender gives it to him before he can get a drink down. The coach is there, and he's like dressed in drag and shit, and you can tell that it's a gay bar. And so he grabs him and brings him back to school and makes him run laps, you know, around the gym, and tells him after he's ran several laps, tells him to get in the shower. So Jesse gets in the shower, and the coach gets strung up by like these jump ropes and gets dragged into this into the shower where Jesse's at, and then you know, a gay reference kind of is Freddy takes like a towel and whips him in the ass with it until his ass bleeds. It's just it's kind of weird, kind of a weird kill there, but he ends up getting slashed in the back, and that's how he ends up dying. But yeah, this one's pretty good. Trying to find. Okay, yeah, it was released in 1985, so a year after the original. The first one when it came out was a big hit. So obviously, you know, they wanted to do another one. I think this one grossed, it says 29 million out of a budget of $3 million, which is estimated on here. So I mean, that's a pretty good return. Definitely enough to warrant another sequel. Yeah, really not much more to talk about this one. It's not my favorite one, but it is a good entry into the series. If you've never seen it before, I definitely think you should take a gander at it. Again, this is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. It's, you know, Freddy's really dark in this one, though, like the first one. That's one of the things I did like about the first two, especially, is they kept Freddy more in the dark in these movies. When he gets into the later sequels, there's like the lighting's different on him, and the makeup changes a little bit, and I don't know. I just prefer the darker like version of him, keeping him more in the shadows, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. My next review will be on Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. Thanks.